Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of Food for Thought. Of course, not everything in a reading will resonate with you, so I encourage you to take what does and leave the rest. However, if this resonates with you or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's jump right in. Holy Spirit, what is the message here for the collective energy? I feel there's growth after letting go of something. This is coming out as a karmic situation, something you have to grow from. Shadow work here. I feel you felt this was a fated connection, somewhat of a miracle that turned out to be a heartbreak, a separation, a divorce within a soul contract. This is someone who is now obsessed after making something a karmic situation, because now they're coming out as a false energy. Someone you feel you should have never trusted. There's a great sense of regret when dealing with this energy who was false when it comes to a soul contract. This was someone who was always sitting in strategy, trying to manipulate a situation. This energy is coming out as a puppet master. This is someone who is sitting in denial, still giving into their lustful ways and insecurities because they're still causing a lot of drama. I feel there's also a lot of drama when it comes to a separation or a divide. And this energy could be angry because they got caught. Now this energy is on the rebound. This energy is on the rebound because there's no trust. There's no trust when it comes to a home environment. Now this energy seems to be triggered. This energy seems to be triggered because you're ascending, moving on, getting over them, or tuning into self. I feel something was a breaking point for you, but I feel this pushed you into your purpose. Now they're missing you, thinking of you, but still feeling like something with you is stuck. This is runner energy. This is someone who runs when things get hot. Yet I feel they're reflecting on something, trying to manifest something, trying to manifest their way out of something. But I feel there's no way out because they're going through a dark night of the soul. This is someone who is trying to overcome some consequences that are definitely headed their way. There's no way out of this, and they're trying to seek some type of redemption, but there is no way out of this. This is someone who is also waiting, but they always leave something one-sided, but still wanting you to chase. They're the ones that don't want to be rejected. This is someone who has sent mixed signals because they're not awakened. This is someone who is unawakened, going through something that is unplanned and wishing they had attached themselves to you. We have male energy here, or this could be masculine energy of a feminine energy. Please take it how it resonates, but this is someone who is dealing with their own self-worth and knowing they need to apologize because they know they're sorry, but they're afraid because they're too stuck in their ego. But while this energy is watching and waiting, you're discovering something about your growth, your path, your journey. Whatever they did to you or whatever they're trying to do is just wrong timing because there's too much distance. There's too much distance when it comes to a feminine energy, and someone needs to stop hiding their truth. This is someone who needs to stop hiding their truth and seek forgiveness, yet this energy is stuck in envy and jealous ways. This is past life energy here. Past life energy of someone who is still stuck to their own toxic ways, still telling lies and being a complete clown. This is someone who is always heavily manipulating situations. Someone who is sitting in a state of denial when it comes to their harsh ways. And as I said before, they are just upset because they got caught. They feel they can't go back because they know they're a false twin flame. Let's get a little bit more energy. I have a new deck here, so let's try it out. Holy Spirit, what is the message? Yeah, this energy wants to come back. But there's no growth. I feel you gave this energy a final warning, but there was no apology yet. In fact, this energy hid from you. Wow. This energy hid from you because they were looking for the exit. This is why there was no apology, because this energy was trying to fade to black. But there was a final warning. You told this energy what you needed, yet this energy decided to do something else instead. I feel like this is someone who decided to do something else because they're just stubborn. Too stubborn to see a truth. Not wanting you to feel like you won or you were able to change them, but I feel this energy is still observing you. I feel this is someone who is still observing you, and they're all over the place with their insecurities, neurotic ways, as well as their emotions. This is someone who's all over the place, all screwed up, and still hiding from you. Thinking you owe them an apology. Wow. I feel like this is someone who is feeling some type of way after overplaying their hand with you. This is someone who overplayed their hand in a situation with you, thinking they were clever enough to pull the strings behind the scenes, or play a game of avoiding or ignoring you, resulting in some heavy losses that they still resist to this day. This is someone who is not wanting to think about the losses that they created by hiding from you, taking the easy way out. But I feel like this is someone who is now getting a taste of their own medicine. Wow. This is interesting because this is someone who can dish it but doesn't know how to take it. And as I said before, they're starting to see something for what it is, and they're not liking it. Especially when it comes to these heavy losses that they're refusing to see. This is someone who is still resisting, yet they should have done something different, because now they're obsessed. But they feel like something is final, they went too far, and they're getting a taste of their own medicine as you get to the bag. You could be getting to the bag and they need to be taking notes, because something is coming out of the blue for you. I feel you also said something is now coming true, or I feel you were completely right. But I feel you are finding your purpose through something that was supposed to be a dark space for you. You're honing your power, or you're taking control of something here. Now this energy feels like you're distracted. Yet I feel you're just trusting the process. You're trusting the process as you level up from this situation. Leveling up from a situation where someone made some really bad choices when it comes to you. But I feel this is someone who is disconnected and still hiding some things, connected to some outside forces that are causing them to go through an ego death. Wow. Someone is going through an ego death when it comes to a feminine energy, and they don't like the fact that you're moving in silence, because the tables have turned and they're feeling the energy of you wanting them to keep out. Yet I feel it's not stopping them from being curious about you, but I feel you're just uninvolved, focused on a new vision, a new process. But they are reflecting on the times together, feeling like something may be completely lost. But as I said before, you're leveling up in a big way. You're getting to the bag, and this energy just needs to take notes and step aside. If this is someone who is still in your energy, they're watching, waiting for an opportunity. They're not wanting you to move because they know you have choices. They don't like the fact that you're distracted. So, as I said before, this is someone who knows they overplayed their hand with you. This is someone who believes everything happens to them and never because of them. This is why they're still upset that you're distracted or not into them as you used to be. They thought you were on a chase. But I feel this is someone who is just stuck in their old ways. And salty.
Food for thought, 313.
Salty because you're moving on. Not as emotional as they thought you would be. I feel this distraction, whatever this is, this could be in career, leveling up emotionally or spiritually, or even when it comes to home. Someone is very upset. Masculine energy here. I feel this is someone who's upset, but I feel you're only making these choices to keep the peace. I feel you're making these choices to keep the peace, but this energy is looking at this in a different way. This energy feels like you're changing on them, switching on them, and they don't like it. They don't like these changes. This is someone who is upset now that they're getting a different side of you, but it's only because you finally saw the real in them. Or should I say the fake? Because whatever it is, it was unedited. Now they don't know what to think or what to do. Now they don't want to think about the choices they made. They don't want to think about something because it's not their reality. Because they know there is no turning back. There's no turning back from these choices now that you are distracted or seeing them in a different light. Someone was very bold about their choices and now they're wanting to take something back that cannot be undone. Someone's upset because you're no longer ignoring the issues. But I feel this energy needs to relax. Because for many of you, you're still loving this energy from a distance, hoping that they will change or do right, but I feel there's a long way to go when it comes to progress. But when it comes to you, I do see choices and opportunity coming your way. I see progression. I see you moving in a different light, making better choices, while this energy is still shape-shifting, trying to become whoever they need to be to get by. And there is more energies involved here, causing this to be a very messy situation. For many of you, something about this is definitely not adding up. This is someone who knows that they are not worthy of you. This is someone who knows that they are not worthy of you or your energy, but they're still holding on. This is someone who is still holding on because you were the best thing they had, and they're praying that you reconsider or forget what they have done. But this is someone who is just still playing dumb, still playing games, and still attached to some unhealthy choices, energies, environments. This is someone who is still playing dumb to the games they played, or even the fact that they were playing tag team with other energies trying to affect you. This is the reason why they're on the outside looking in, and the tables have turned, and they're getting a taste of their own medicine when it comes to a feminine energy who is now moving in silence. This is someone who is going through an ego death, very disconnected, but this energy is still curious about you. This is someone who is still curious about your energy, but you're hesitant. You're either hesitant or still not thinking of them the way that they want you to. You're too distracted. You're too distracted by these new opportunities. For many of you, you don't see something coming, but it's coming straight your way. I feel something that's coming towards the both of you. But it's not for the same reasons. Wow. Let me get a little bit more energy here. See if we can pull up some energy on what's going on here. Holy Spirit, what is the message here for the collective? This energy is anxious, detached, and still manipulating. Sabotaging things through their toxic ways that are draining and exhausting. This is someone who is very superficial, stonewalling you, and still sitting in a space of inflated ego. And this is why they're inconsistent and abusive. This is someone who is very rude when they can't have their way, rude and disrespectful because they're still numbing the pain, isolating, conserving their energy for hate. Wow. This is someone who is sitting in some uneasy energy, very defensive, having a lot of phobias, but I feel this is the one who is bringing the toxic energy. This is the one who is bringing the chaos. This is someone who is very emotionally unavailable because they don't want to be judged for who they are, but I feel the energy they bring is why they are getting the distance that they're getting. This final energy here. This energy is coming out as a cheater, someone who is not loyal and very cold and defensive. This is someone who is not thinking logically. This is someone who is not thinking logically when it comes to how they treat others or how they want to be treated, because they always seem to sabotage something by draining or escaping something in a very coward-like way. As I said before, this is someone who is always projecting and always neglecting because they have fears and phobias, and this is what they project onto you. Their hatred and their extreme fears. Extreme fears of being abandoned, lied to, and rejected. These are all the energies they bring to you. But I feel this is someone who is possibly going to the extreme with their hate, wanting you to feel like they don't care, but they really do. But this is the only way that they can protect who they think they are. Feeling they really don't have anything to lose, but I feel this is someone who's about to be humbled or has already been humbled when it comes to their non-committal ways. This is someone who's about to experience some real guilt. Guilt for their addictions, things that they are hooked on, and whatever it is about to make them very emotional, sentimental, yet still trapped and drowning in a situation where there will be no way out. No way out but to complete a cycle that they created. This is someone you may see as a parasite or useless, possibly even a sponge because they are just too greedy or selfish, checked out because of their neurotic ways. Someone who is very superficial, who's about to experience a real sense of shame. This is someone who is sitting in some very strange energy, projecting their fears, still manipulating situations and draining you for your life. I feel this is someone who is now being humbled for their attachments, their heartless, and justifying what's going on. This is someone who is being humbled for their attachments and being heartless in the situation, justifying their actions with excuses and blaming you. This is someone who never released the pain from the past or the fact that they really don't give a fuck. This is someone who really doesn't care about anyone but self. They're bossy, dismissive, entitled, and unstable when it comes to their emotions. And I feel like this is someone who's kind of fixated on some very unhealthy habits. This is someone who is fixated on some very unhealthy habits and still giving into some lost ways. still playing the victim and trying to protect their pride. But I feel whatever they have done is unforgivable because the trust is no longer there, the respect is barely there, and there is no honesty because this energy is still sitting in their ego and still sitting in their pride. This is someone who is sitting in denial, looking for an opportunity, but this energy is just thinking of self, and they're not rooted in any type of values, just a fixed mindset of childish, immature ways. This is someone who is still connected to their insecurities. This energy is still coming out as hollow, empty, complacent, and proud of what they are or who they've become. But I feel they are only to use others as a scapegoat. I feel this is someone who is also trying to use you as a way out, especially when they're feeling vulnerable. But at this stage, this energy is angry because they feel like you have finally found your way out. So I feel there's sarcasm. This energy is moody. Wow. Spoiled and very confrontational. This is someone you really can't ask too many questions about without them being very dramatic or overdoing a situation that is completely not that big of a deal. But this energy is always going to take it there because this energy don't know how to explain themselves. This energy is still sitting in some very wicked ways because they know they let you slip right through their fingers. Now this energy is feeling lonely. Sitting in a space of lack, depressed, jealous, having urges that they cannot control, but they are still being bossy, demanding, and spoiled. For many of you, spoiled, rotten when it comes to their material ways. But this energy is still coming out as a liar who is still trying to use conniving ways to get what they want, trying to burn the evidence and still scheming and plotting to have their way.
Food for thought, 313.
But I feel in the end this energy will only be drowning in their own shame, guilt, and humility. Let's get a final deck here. Of course, if you guys are enjoying the reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Let's get some final energy here. Holy Spirit, what is the message here? What is a message here for the collective? Wow, this is someone who is definitely sitting in the victim energy when they are the ones who ghosted you. This is someone who knows that you were a gift in their life, but they were heartless. They were heartless and brutal with you. This is someone who knows that they brought you pain, heartbreak, yet they are the ones saying, why me? But I feel it's their unstable mentality, their phobias and fears. This is why they're not speaking up and speaking out when they know they should. But I feel this process has just been too draining for many of you, and I sense this energy who refuses to see the wrong in what they do, believes you're moving different. This is someone who feels like you're moving different to get a reaction when you really want respect, harmony, or to be understood, yet that seems to be too fleeting of a concept for this energy. If being broken or lost seems to be getting what they want, I don't feel that's really the way. Yet I feel, as I said before, this is someone who is not thinking from a very logical space. And if it's just being lost and broken, this is why they're not changing, because it's seeming to be getting what they want. They don't think that they should change if it's so-called working, but they're not realizing the harsh consequences or the effects that they're now sitting in. But I feel like they may be realizing at too late in the game that they sacrificed too much. This is someone who sacrificed what they needed, all because they didn't want their illusion to be destroyed. Yet, truth be told, the reason they're upset, truly upset is because they know you're speaking something from the heart. You're speaking truth about something when it comes to them living a lie. And they don't want to hear it, so they run, or they're scandalous, or they're brutal towards you, causing distance, wanting you to doubt yourself. But I feel that was an empty task, because this energy wanting you to doubt yourself ended up sending you on a different path. Now this energy is ticked off, upset, feeling powerless to the heartbreak that they caused, feeling powerless to the fact that they got caught and there's no going back to someone they lost. This is someone who is coming out as emotionally immature, still not letting go of something, still being petty about something you said or did when that's not the case. This is someone who is trying to make a big deal out of something you did or said or didn't do, but they're trying to get you to overlook the bigger picture, which is them, their attachments, and their toxic ways. There could even be a third-party energy here that they're wanting to recharge from, someone who is also obsessed about them, but this energy no longer feels on top of the world because they feel like they've been catfished or taken advantage of. But this is the energy who is causing all of the frustrations because they don't know which way to go. They're not realizing how toxic they truly are. They're just dressed to impress, but still toxic to the core. This is someone who knows that you're fine with being who you are, even if you're single, but they don't want to be rejected and step up to the plate. But this energy knows they need to say something if they intend of having something with you, but this energy is still broken and still needing to find their way. But I feel them having this unfinished business with you is starting to annoy them. But I feel for this energy to really find what they're seeking, they're going to have to heal first. This is someone who is going to have to heal first to really get what they're trying to understand or what they're trying not to understand, because this energy is definitely a hard head. But we all know a hard head makes us all pass. Let's get some final energy here, Holy Spirit. Someone's looking for an open door when it comes to you. An open door, an open heart. This is someone who wants you to be sympathetic to something that is still mysterious. There could be third-party energy here. Once again, something they are wanting to recharge from. And they regret being obsessed about something that they shouldn't have been investing in. But I feel this is someone who is now feeling the pain from that. They're confused. This is someone who is confused because you're unbothered. Someone feels like you're unbothered and letting go even though they put you through a lot of pain. This is someone who knows they put you through a lot of pain and unnecessary hurt, but they're still not giving you an apology or any type of evidence of some type of resentment, regret, nothing. Instead, there's just distance. I mean, no one's perfect, but they can't keep finding excuses not to make things right with you, or excuses to make things difficult, or to make these wrong choices. Because saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing is starting to become weak and tired, because this energy is definitely too old for this. Because I feel their resentment isn't about what you said or did or didn't do. It's because everything you said was true. Yet I feel this unfinished business with you is really starting to irritate them mentally, physically, irritate their soul, because they know what they did to you was lawless, disgusting. Someone did something that was just over the top when it comes to you, and they know it. This is someone who knows you're special, knows how true they should have been to you, and they're only chasing you because they know you're generous. This is someone who knows that you're generous and you would give them anything, so they want your sympathy. They want you to be weak to their energy, but something has changed. You're unbothered because you're recharged. You are able to recharge from this heartless situation And I feel they're very affected by that. This is someone who thought in time you would change, you would miss them. This is someone who thought that you would miss them emotionally or physically. But I feel you've checked out when it comes to their energy because they have completely exhausted you. Now there's a wedge. There's a wedge when it comes to your generosity, your sympathy, your energy, your love, the connection, because there's no trust. There's no trust, only secrets. Only secrets, lies, addictions, and betrayals. And you're tired of trying to give into that or give them chances because they only end up blowing it. This is someone who wants you to give in or allow them access because they're having money issues, stability issues, and they're thinking they should chase you or make you feel special, butter you up in some type of way to get you to be more generous, sympathetic to their situation. Yet I feel there's a closed door when it comes to this energy. There's a closed door because you have already evolved, and this energy may have already overstayed their welcome because your heart is locked. Your heart is locked when it comes to them because now they're feeling there's no love. And maybe they just need to read between the lines when it comes to you because maybe there is no more chances. For some of you, I feel there could be a possibility, but this energy can't come at you with the trickery, the fraud energy, because you're definitely in the energy of using your intuition. In the games that they try to play, it's pointless. I feel the games that they would want to play on you will only cause you to ignore them or give up because you're not second best or friends with benefits. You're the one who got away. For many of you, this is someone who can't let go of their toxic ways. They're just going to have to miss you. Which is sad. Wow. Yet I sense whatever you were thinking, whatever you thought was true, I feel you was right. Whatever you were thinking about this energy, I feel it was completely right, and you're following your gut. But I feel when people can't have what they want,
Food for thought, 313.
they reduce themselves to spreading lies to escape the blame, the shame, and the pain. But I feel they're about to start feeling the heat from all the problems they created. In fact, I feel they're already standing in it. But I feel whatever wedge that they're trying to cause or mishap that they're trying to making you feel something was a misunderstanding, I feel something won't work out because you're going to see straight through it. And whatever they're attempting to do to get back at you, it won't work because they'll only end up destroying themselves in the process of trying to affect you. Because from what I can see, you're about to step into some new energy. I feel for many of you, you're about to hit the reset button and choose another player or close the book on this chapter as you have a new path to take that will be better than the last. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading and has found some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Hope to see you again, guys.